Hello my loves, and welcome back to another reading. And today, even though I kind of want to do some love readings on Friday, this Friday is a little bit different. Very much being called to read more with the Animal Apothecary cards by Cara Elizabeth. So here we go. Oh, we got two here. Okay. Tame and attain. And the illusion. Okay. So, I've gotten this card for myself, the illusion card, and it is about talking about the way that we hold on to fear, and we can make it so real in our mind that we will sit on the beach with a harpoon for the shark that we think is in the water just because we have heard that sharks are, in the ocean, right? And I'm at an ocean, I have to be there. But then what does this do? What does this do? It fogs our brain for the reality of the situation. There are no sharks out there. I don't need to sit here being anxious and feeling upset that there could be sharks in there with a harpoon instead of maybe actually going out to the ocean and seeing for myself and being in that water and connecting to the water, and also knowing too that shark attacks are just really not that common. But also, that shark isn't there. That shark is not there. Tame and attain. Oh, I was like, where's my book? Let's see here. 28. Okay. Excuse me for a second, I'm a little dry. When a horse is tamed for riding, she endures countless weeks of intense training. If the trainer is patient, perseverant, and trustworthy, the horse eventually submits. The horse is controlled through the horse bit that rests in her mouth. When the rider pulls the connected reins, the horse will follow. The horse bit in this image represents directed power. Wild horse is freedom, stamina, unbridled passions, and primal urges. She symbolizes the untamed and powerful impulses within us all. These impulses look like our intense outbursts, obsessive thinking, binging, recklessness, avoidance, and all wild expressions. All of these impulses hold immense power, but often this energy is directed very poorly. The human that tames and rides the horse represents our highest self, directing our personal power. So I want to say with this, I think even Cara has said it too, the lady who created this deck, like, taming, not that great. Actually, she just did a class with a horse whisperer from Mexico. And it's not that it needs to be tamed. A horse, we can work with things, right? We can work with our passions. We can work with these intense emotions and things within us. It requires a lot of patience and focus. And I do understand the imagery of, that bit in the mouth, and using your thighs, if you're writing English, to direct the horse so that you become one with the horse, so that you in order to go where you would like to go, you kind of almost being, oh my God, I'm getting the imagery of, do you know those fungus that go and they go and infect ants, and then basically they will grow out of the ants and control the ants? Like that, but not like that. So maybe forget that imagery, but also it came to my mind. But it's like when you're riding a horse, and if you're riding in good relationship with horse, with these passions, with this wildness and freedom and this expansive view of things, expansive sort of well, it's like right now I'm doing a very large narrative music project, right? And there's so many things. I'm not done writing the story. I don't know what could happen, and so many things can happen. But if I just sit down and I take that inspiration, that vibrating, glowing, just fire that's in me to write this story, then I can make something beautiful out of it if I work together with it, right? But first things first, I think what this card is saying is to not fear what this passion is, that you have the ability to, confirmation burp, yes. You have the ability to guide this, to work with this passion and intensity, and it might feel wild right now, but move with it, okay? Understand it. Start writing things down of whatever this is, because I feel like this is an idea for you. It might be, a project like I have a project, an artistic project. It could be something else, It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't always, it's not always art, even though I think everything is art. Even though I think everything is magic. But work with it. View it, see it, be inspired and just totally filled by it. But understand that you can get used to each other's presence, and then you can work with each other, right? Okay. Just going to pull a final couple cards here. Yeah, especially, you know what, today's the equinox, I believe. This is the time. This is the time to say to your fears, these things that are clouding your ability to focus and your attention. It's time to let go of this. It's time to let go of that harpoon that you think, you need for this fear, but is only actually tying you up and holding you back from being able to work together with your inspiration. There's nothing to do but to start, my love. Okay, we have the lamb here. We have a bunch. Okay, the lamb, the snake, the tigress, and the swan. Okay. Yeah, we must be gentle with ourselves. We must understand who it is that we are, and that we are this wonderful living human creature, this cute little lammy. Okay, we are... We must allow ourselves to be free, to be playful, to be silly, to be jumping around and, again, moving through this energy in whatever way it is that it's going to move through us, especially at the beginning. This is a baby thing that we're dealing with here. So we do that, and we're gentle with it, and we allow ourselves to be gentle with ourselves and this idea. And that way it can grow. It can transform. It can become something else. The snake is always... The snake will grow and release its skin from before, becoming almost renewed in that way, right? And we have the moon energy here as well, And then we have being able to sit in our sovereignty, knowing who it is that we are. We go through all these periods. So we're gentle with ourselves to begin with this idea, right? And especially with ourselves, okay? And we allow it to reiterate whatever it is that we are working on. We allow it to change as it needs to shed other skins. And maybe these things are maybe just ideas that we should save for something else, but it's not for this story right now, right? And then we find the spot where, this is a beautiful message, where we are sovereign in it, where we feel so comfortable in that saddle, riding that passion, that vision, and we become sovereign in ourselves. We have that crown upon our heads because we see the vision of it, and we can see it through till we get to this point where we have changed so much. It's so interesting that we have all 4 of these cards came out as animals, but I'm hearing the ugly duckling here. You might not believe that you can become something so beautiful and create something so beautiful in the world, whatever it is. This is very much an intertwining of the self image and also something that you are working on right now. You may not believe that you don't see yourself in this way as glorious and majestic and fully, again, seated in yourself, fully realized, because, you know, a duckling or a gosling looks quite a bit different from where, you know, a swan gets to, right? And you hold on to something that is ultimately just harming yourself instead of protecting yourself, right? But we get to here, and we get to this place where we get to be we get to ride down that river in tandem with that river. We get to ride with it. Ride with that story. Ride with ourselves. Ride with whatever project it is that is coming to you right now in this really graceful and beautiful way. This one understands that river. This one understands how they need to move through water, to move through emotion, to move through everything. And this one is able to take that and then go off and soar into the sky so beautifully in such a, I keep on hearing graceful. It is just a graceful understanding of what you are. And whatever it is that you're supposed to bring to this world. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.